Hello, my name is Ella Ridge, and today I'll be talking about heavy metal pollutants and how they affect marine mammals, as well as what can be done about it. Here's a roadmap that gives an overview of where we will be heading today. Marine mammals and all life in our waters are dependent on their environment to survive. They are unable to escape chemical threats that come their way. Pollutants, such as heavy metals, are a serious hazard that threatens marine life. Where do they come from? Pollutants come from various sources throughout the world. Heavy metals can come from industrial, domestic, and agricultural sources. Shockingly, these metals can also be transferred to another mammal early on, such as the pre-birth placenta and lactation. The first image here shows different pollution sources leading into a lake, where biological and chemical transformations occur. The heavy metals are released into the water, where they will be stored in stream beds, ingested by organisms, and volatilized into the air. On the right, we have a graph that visualizes what percentage of pollutant categories are affecting marine mammals. Metals make up 30% of the pollutant effect relationships, only 1% behind the leading persistent organic pollutants. We can also see some highlighted heavy metals that have a significant contribution to this relationship. Effects. Heavy metals bring negative effects to marine mammals, some having catastrophic outcomes. Here we have a chart listing 6 heavy metals and their possible negative impacts on the body. For example, methylmercury toxicity in mammals is primarily seen to damage the central nervous system, including sensory and motor deficits, as well as behavioral impairment leading to anorexia and lethargy. What can be done? There are many actions that can be taken to minimize these harmful effects of metal pollution to marine mammals. We have water quality management, which includes implementing plans, monitoring systems, and groundwater development, legal requirements, such as signing legal agreements, partnering with other countries, and setting measurable goals, and most notably, biosorption, an eco-friendly and cost-effective process to remove pollutants. We will be taking a closer look at the biosorption of heavy metals and how this can help remove pollutants from water. Biosorption of heavy metals include multiple processes that are carried out, such as complexation, chelation/coordination, ion exchange, precipitation, and reduction. The image on the right is an illustration of a few biosorption mechanisms taking place using biochar. We begin with complexation, where metal ions form with organic molecules. In cation exchange, metal ions like calcium 2 plus ion, potassium ion, and sodium ion receive electron donors from the biochar. Precipitation involves the heavy metal soluble ions converting to insoluble, leading to form of precipitate. The heavy metal ions will then have an electrostatic attraction to the ions in biochar. Finally, reduction is taking the electron donors from the biochar to produce a reduced form of metal ions. These are the mechanisms comprising the beneficial process of biosorption that should be learned and implemented to reduce the magnitude of heavy metal pollution and its harm on all mammals, fins and legs alike. I leave you with a quote from Hungarian biochemist Albert Zent Georgi. "Water is life's matter and matrix, mother and medium. There's no life without water." I hope this video has prompted you to think more about the world we live in and how we must try to do better to protect it for the sake of all who live in it. Thank you for watching.